Do while statement. So a do while forces the user to go into the loop at least one time because it doesn't check the condition until the bottom. So if you're playing a game and you want the user, if you're going to force your users to play, do a do while, okay? Because it's going to force them in there. It's not going to ask them if they want to continue till they get to the end. So here we've got the same item cost example where you'll notice here that we're prompting them to enter the cost. We pull it in, we convert it to a little number here, we add it to the total. And here at the very bottom, we're saying, okay, you entered an item here. Now you can enter an end to stop or any key to continue. And as long as they didn't do an end, we're going to continue entering these items. And the example that I just showed you live, it's going to look very similar to the last one that you saw. I just did a 1, now I'm going to do an N. Oh. Yep, let me try this again. All right, so we'll try a real number and stop. All right, that worked. Okay, so that is a do while. So we've covered a while and we've covered a do while. So let's take a look. Oh, they have a for loop. Let's go by the fors because we haven't talked about those yet. Here, we'll go into a while loop. Okay, so while loop we looked at. And here we've got a counter. As long as I is less than 10, it's basically displaying back what the number is, adding 1 to I. So here's where it's incrementing the counter. Do while loop we also looked at. This is basically that same example, and it's checking at the bottom. So let's take a look at this one. Here it's initializing I to 0, and it's checking for I less than 10. Now, if we change I to a 1, okay, then we have to change this to less than or equal to. If we don't, if we just leave it on 10, it's only going to run 9 times. So we have 1 through 9. So we get the off by 1 error. So to avoid that, if I do less than or equal to, now I get the full 10 runs. What happens if I have a 0 here? Well, I don't want less than or equal, okay? I just want less than, okay? Because then I get 10 times. And you can see the 0 is going to count. If I do less than or equal to, what I'm going to end up with is 11 executions because it's going to go through using the 0, and then it's also going to do 1 through 10, which is a problem. Now, we're going to talk about the for loop.